It was disappointment inside the octagon for the third consecutive time for Holly Holm on Saturday night. The former UFC women's bantamweight champion dropped her third bout in a row, losing a unanimous decision to Germaine de Randamie in the UFC 208 main event. This one for the inaugural women's featherweight title. Holm just outpointed slightly over the course of 5 rounds. She couldn't really get her momentum going too much. There's an argument to be made that she should have won the fight. Especially an argument to be made that it could have been a draw with the non-point deductions coming after Holm was struck with some late blows at the end of the second and third rounds. A discussion to be had about how all that unfolded, but nevertheless, Holm is on a 3-fight losing streak. She has not won since that memorable upset knockout of Ronda Rousey back at UFC 193 in November 2015. And for this one, Holm just has to go back to the drawing board. Once again, I have no doubt she will want to return to the octagon and redeem herself from this losing skid. And there's many options for her. She could fight at 145. She could fight at 135. There's plenty of room for her to go back up and get in a championship opportunity once again. But for this one, she needs to go back a little bit. And I think a fight that makes sense for her right now is against Kat Zingano. They were scheduled to fight very briefly, linked together for the UFC on Fox event back in January in Denver. The fight didn't happen. Obviously, this opportunity for Holm to fight at UFC 208 came up instead. She took that option. For this one, it just makes sense to go back to that matchup now. They could do it at 145 or 135. It doesn't really matter. But either way, that's a fight that would help Holm try to get back on track after these 3 losses in a row.